Morning, kitties. Morning, Didge. Morning, Anna. Oh my goodness, I am gonna have to find my coat, which I've left somewhere here on the property. It's that time of year where you leave the house with a coat and a hoodie in the morning and then you lose it at some point during the day. It is really just not a nice morning. Found my coat. 3 days ago it was 90 degrees. Last night we had like 35 or 36 degrees for a low. At least it's windy. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. There we go. It's amazing. You put a battery charger on it all night and have your dad spray ether straight into the air filter and it fires right up like nothing.
Good thing I had the second can or it would have died, I think.
It wasn't interested in continuing.
It didn't want to go, did it?
I've mentioned before on that truck, but it just loses fuel pressure, and we've had a lot of really good comments from you guys about what it could possibly be. The problem is there's been 50 comments that make really good sense and are helpful, but which one is it? I mean, so far we've spent thousands trying to fix that thing. And we're gonna bring it back to a shop that knows what's going on better than we do. But for right now, we need it. We sold like 120,000 bushels the other day, so we need that truck. Tires are good. We gotta go backwards underneath the grain lake today. That crazy east wind is gonna make it miserable if we try and stand on the other side of the trucks. It's a lot warmer to help him load sitting in here in this office. So Jim is hauling with the second truck. Dad's gonna take this one. The third one, the Peterbilt, is on the water spray trailer, so we're gonna leave that there. And it's miserable standing outside, so we're doing it this way for now. Okay, you can roll ahead to the back. That's good. There's one big rock on the end rows up the road that I'm gonna go grab anyway, so needed to warm this tractor up. There's my rock. I don't want to drive over the corn that's in there, but I don't want that rock to cause any problems later either. Sometimes the road ditch works well to avoid running over your corn crop. Almost there. Just a little bit too big to grab by hand and throw in the bed of the Ranger. That would have been the easiest. It is still not any nicer out here. And I got another truck to load right away. Morning, Jim. Huh? I'll get you loaded. Then I'm going to pull the tractor back up here so I can sit in that while you load.
I would say so. That's gotta be the good thing.
It's not real nice out.
No. All right. Okay.
It's just too miserable out there. I can't do it. Too much sand blowing in the face. It's horrible. I may as well hide inside here between the walls in between trucks. We got to kind of go through the seed tender here. I'm just going to make sure I run stabilizer in the fuel, clean the auger out really well, take the battery out, everything's disconnected, all that kind of stuff. Well, that lasted about 90 seconds before the second truck showed back up. Loading. Just a fun fact on this corn, we sold quite a bit to our local co-op just up the road. Talking to the manager at the co-op there, he sold several trains worth of corn to go down to Mexico, so that's where this corn is going. It's going to go south down to Mexico, probably be used for livestock feed and tortillas, I imagine. I would assume Mexican cattle eat tacos. First thing I'm going to do on this contraption is update some issues they had in here. So you can see the backside of this gear is got a little bit of damage there to the teeth. It's because I spun it 180, you only use one side of this, and the damage actually happened because this chain, I don't know what to call it, this push chain, it fell out of the rail area dew husker. There's a plastic bushing in there that keeps tension on it. And somehow it got kind of kittywampus inside there and got sideways, and then it messed up these teeth. Well, I took this gear off, spun it 180 so that it's on good teeth again, got it non-kittywampus inside there and got it going, and it's been working fine. However, J&M did send me an update kit. So this is a 4 or 5 year old tender. So they did update it. They sent me a new gear as well to replace that. But basically, the new bushing has a channel in there that it slides in instead of just being a flat bushing. So it helps to hold that in place better. We'll see if the 3/8 impact has enough. I don't remember what I put them on with. It's got enough, but the nut is spinning on top. I've never taken a nut or a bolt out without dropping it. All right, easy part's done. Well, there's the old system, a flat block with a stack of shims behind it, which worked just fine most of the time until it didn't. Here is the new system, so it's gonna go, what have I got? I got things like this, and then this has to go, you can almost hear me thinking. Just like that. So then this wedge block, this set screw goes in against that wedge block, and moves this in and out. But before I do that, I gotta load a truck. You need fuel? We got fuel. I'll load you up first.
Okay.
There's a few sprinkles coming down now, and that east wind is about half of what it was, so it's actually a lot nicer out here at the moment. Well, I don't like that. Our truck is taking a leak. Drive it straight up to the main shed door there and we'll pop the hood. It's losing a bunch of antifreeze. Up to that one, yeah. I never get the hood open here the way the wind is. It's always got to be something, is what it is. It's like it's dripping right off that bolt head, but I can't tell where it's coming out of. Well, we both looked at it. I'm an idiot, but Jim's a professional, and we both kind of decided it's a lot more than tightening a bolt or fixing a hose clamp. There's a problem. So, he's going to run it to town, dump that load of corn, and then bring it straight to the truck shop that is right close to the elevator, and I'm gonna go pick him up there in half an hour. In the meantime, I'll see if I can get my fat fingers in here enough to put this contraption back together. I can't go up from underneath very well. Uh-oh, I dropped it. Let me try this one. I'm gonna turn the camera off before I start cursing. I got the bolts started just in time for another truck to roll in. So at this pace, finishing this project in the shop should only take me 2 or 3 days. The reason these guys aren't loading themselves is because we're pushing the corn through the leg as fast as we can, just trying to get the trucks in and out. So the trucks take 7 minutes to load at this speed, but it's hard. It's really difficult as a driver to load a truck that fast, because as soon as you're out, you got to run back to it, move it, run back to it, and then you got to turn an auger off and run, and it's safer if you have one guy kind of dedicated to loading trucks when you're trying to move this quick. 5 seconds. You ever have something break down that's just goofy? No, just us. I pulled in to pick up Jim, and the truck's not leaking anymore. There's no antifreeze leak. We pulled the cap on the overflow. You can see it circulating in there, in the tank. So it's not dry, didn't run empty, it's just not leaking anymore. Well, how are they supposed to fix a leak that isn't leaking? It was leaking fast. And the engine wasn't cold when it was leaking, I mean, that was his third load of the day. The engine had been warmed up for a couple hours. So it wasn't like once it got hot, it expanded and everything sealed up. I told him to bring it home, we'll load it up again, and we'll send him again. We're going close to home, so we'll just keep a close eye on it, and if it starts leaking again, we can bring it to the shop, add some antifreeze, whatever, but there's really not much we can do right now. 5 seconds. Yep. Well, the truck's full again, and he's not leaking any antifreeze. But it is 1 o'clock, and I'm freezing, so I'm gonna go have some lunch. The lunch was good, and Dad is loading Jim now, so let's finish this project. All right, let's see if I can just if I can wave my hand over. Oh, look at that. That was even easier than the finger snap. See, it even functions. Well, you can't see because I put the shield back on, but it functions. That was actually not nearly as easy as it should have looked in that edit. It's kind of a pain in the neck. It took me I got an hour into that thing at least, but I guarantee I could do the next one in 12 minutes. Problem is I'll never have to do another one again. Gonna make sure everything's emptied out here. Oh boy. Ew. When I put a stabilizer in and then turn the fuel off and let the thing naturally run completely out of gas, I seem to have a lot better luck with the carburetor in the spring. Ah, but wait. We need the engine to use the jack, but I can take the battery out and we can pull start the engine. It has gone back to being very, very windy out here, but it's all coming from behind me, so it's easy to look out the door this way. You can see the dark out to the west and southwest. There's definitely rain coming. Well, with the rain coming so close, we're just kind of throwing things in the sheds. Once we got the field cultivator ready to unhook, we'll put that in the back corner, probably put the planter in front of it, have the seed tender back there somewhere. We'll have an actual plan here, but today isn't the day. Got the grain cart hooked back up, just put it on the 8295 because we sold a whole bunch of soybeans as well. And so they load out a lot quicker if we load them into this first. Same deals we've done the last couple of years where we sold them to about 4 hours southeast of here, and it costs the same to hire the trucking done as it does to do it ourselves, so why not save the time if they can do it more efficiently than us? The only downfall is they'll call us 30 minutes ahead and say, hey, we got a truck coming your way. So then we got to pretty much be ready to load them. Well, this loads the semi-truck a lot faster if we've got it preloaded. So, some of you are going to be shocked to find out that we actually still have markets for all of our grain. It's weird, I get comments from people that think that because of the tariffs, we just, nobody's going to buy the grain anymore. Those are full and we can't sell any grain. Obviously coming from people that have no idea what they're talking about, and I'm not going to waste my breath anymore trying to explain it to them. Remember several videos back when I couldn't figure out how to get water in the new water trailer? It's because I didn't order it with the kit that allows for you to just hook a garden hose to it. This one came to put a great big pump on it and pump water into it. That's not how we fill ours. But I was able to get the kit coming from Fiber, so that's actually delivered. It's over on the bench here, so I'll just have to install that. Look at that, like a glove, plenty of room. We could have built the shop 6 inches narrower and probably been fine. What are you two up to?
Oh, about 2'6".
Ah, that old joke. Look at those fun colors in the sky above the grain bins. I don't think it's really supposed to be severe. We'll see what radar looks like here. Well, there's definitely some color in it. I am going to take this down there below the yard, and I'm just going to unfold it and get all the mud off the tires, because that makes it a lot nicer for putting it in the shed later. It already got an inch of rain on it, and it didn't lose much mud, so a bunch more will fall off now that it's dried. All that crusted mud on the tires, it's just nicer to work on without that falling on your head. If we have time here, I'd like to go through and put a couple new shanks on and put some new sweeps on and pretty much get it ready for next year. It's probably a little bit better. Was that a silly waste of time? Maybe. But it didn't take me that long and I felt like doing it. Did you sense a storm coming, don't you? She does not like storms. Maybe let her sit in the living room. Anna doesn't really care. She just follows Didge around for the most part. Getting kind of nasty out. The day hasn't gotten any nicer.
It has not.
No. Yeah.
Scrape the mud off that cement pad in case it rains and it'll wash it off?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Man, look at those clouds. Look at those dogs. They're all wound up because they can feel it in the atmosphere. I would say it's getting close. Jim's headed home. I'm gonna get up to the house before it's... No, go out, numbnuts. Before we've got too much of a storm on our hands. It's just getting eerie. And when the thunder cracks, that Australian Shepherd goes pretty nuts. She's pretty nervous during thunderstorms. The wind pretty much completely stopped. Farmers Business Network was created by farmers to put farmers first. So join me and tens of thousands of other farmers over at fbn.com, where it's free to become a member. You can get access to their digital insight system. You can get transparent pricing on things like seed, chemical, and animal health, and you can get instant approval for things like ag financing and marketing premiums. Again, it's free to become a member, so join me and everybody else over at fbn.com.